I've worked at the University of Sheffield for 23 years, and I started collaborating with Peter Blundell Jones at my arrival, very soon after my arrival. At the time I was working on my PhD, which was on modernistic landscapes, and that coincided very much with Peter Blundell Jones's work on modernist houses, and sort of from that moment we started to collaborate on various projects.
I think what we got for reading Peter's books and working with Peter or being taught by Peter was to think through how the spaces were used and how people would sit at a desk, for argument's sake, where we're designing a library, how they would sit at a desk, perhaps near a window, so they've got a view, and how that could help inform their reading or use of the space. And I think we've gone on to do that a lot in our buildings or the way we approach our work at the moment. So it's trying to get our clients and our customers to think about how they actually want to use the rooms and the spaces that we are trying to create for them. So we're not trying to give them a blank canvas and then fill it with furniture afterwards, but from the very beginning, thinking about how they will sit at their dining table. Where do they want their dining table? Are they going to have very few people around, or are they going to want to expand that space at certain times of the year? And then, so thinking through where that goes and how people use the spaces from the very beginning of our projects is something taken from Peter's teachings.
Peter's passion in the organic modernist architects, particularly from Germany and also from Scandinavia countries, and lies in his passion in his belief in the place and in the space of the building. It's not a product, not an artistic product of the architect as a master, as a genius, but it is a space built for the people, and it's a space have its own order from within the context, from the site, and from the very specific condition of the project. And that is what exactly Hans Straron did and pursued in his design and in his theory. And that body of knowledge is what Peter wanted to transfer to broaden the view of modernist architecture.
I think one of the things he taught me was looking at light and how light could come into different spaces to different degrees, different quantities, and to create different environments. And yeah, again, that's something we've taken through into our projects. So to try to get the right balance of light and therefore the right connection between inside and outside spaces, and how that can change the shape of some of the additions we had to buildings, and to create a nice, good environment for people to live in.
His enthusiasm in architecture and his consistent and conscientious research into architecture, humanities, and which it's really shaped my career and shaped my own methodology. And specifically his case study approach during his research helped me to find my own route, my own way to research, to have my own voice during my PhD on vernacular architecture.
It was particularly the case study element which was what was attractive. I read various of his chapters in Proof before they were published and sort of commented on those. We then started to collaborate and do the same thing with modernist houses and in their setting, so which we called modernist houses and their gardens.
I think it's shaped a lot of students, many generations of architects, but not only in following his own established theory or discourse, but also trying to empower the students to find their own voice, which is based in humanity and based on the place and memory of the architecture.
He cut through an awful lot of the clatter and the noise and got really to the point, and that I really enjoyed in his teachings, and I think that flows through his books when you look at them and you read them. So yeah.